So check it out. Recently, I was super excited to go ahead and launch some new Facebook ads, and we get them set up. I log in the next day and find that they have all been disapproved, right? If this has ever happened to you, if you've had a Facebook ad disapproved, it's not running, and you want to know what you're supposed to do next, I'm going to share with you what my next steps were and how I got them all active and now have some very successful campaigns. Let's get into it. So this has probably happened to most people that are advertising on places like Facebook, right? Like you get all excited, you put an ad out and it gets disapproved. And if you're in that same boat, you're probably wondering, what do you do at that point, right? Do you submit the ad for review? Do you get all frustrated and say, Facebook, you've made a mistake? Or do you just edit the ad? Or do you completely start from scratch?
I'm packing my bags.
What is the process? Well, I want to share a little story with you about what happened with me here and then talk you through specifically what my process was next to get them active and get moving forward, right? So here's the story. When I put some ads out, I usually go pretty hard, right? I don't just put out one ad and just kind of pin all my hopes on that one ad. If I'm putting out a new campaign, if I'm promoting a new sales funnel or a new product, I'm gonna put a boatload of stuff together, right? Tons of different creatives. I'm gonna have image ads, I'm gonna have long copy text ads, I'm gonna have video ads, short videos, longer videos, you know, I'm gonna have a real mix of ads so that I can gauge the results of the campaign with more accuracy because I can see how's the audience interacting with this ad versus that one. So that's kind of a lesson in and of itself. I'm actually going to make a video about this here on the channel as well. But I want you guys to understand that first and foremost, like one of the biggest mistakes that advertisers and entrepreneurs and marketers are making is that we spend days, weeks, months in some cases putting together one Facebook ad, whether that's an image and some text. And you've spent so long, choosing the right image and it's perfect. This is the image you want to use. And then, you've written the copy, the description to go along with it, the little headline. You've got your Facebook ad, right? And you're pinning all of your hopes on this ad.
Give my creation life!
Or maybe you've recorded a video. You spent a month scripting this video and then you've taken loads of time to put the copy together that's going to go along with the video, and you go out and you shoot the video and it's taken so long to edit the video, and maybe you've spent money for someone to edit that video and now you've got your one ad and it's this video ad. And the trouble with that is if it gets disapproved, or worse than that, if it gets approved but it doesn't work as an ad for whatever reason, it's not profitable, it's not getting you a good return on your ad spend, right? Well, suddenly you're gonna be so emotionally attached to that ad that you can't let it go. You're like, it's not working, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna, surely Facebook's making a mistake. I'm gonna keep trying. You're pinning all your hopes on this one ad, and that's a terrible way to operate, right? You cannot get emotionally attached to one of your ads. You have to just be testing quick. That's what separates the successful advertisers from the unsuccessful ones, okay? Firstly, testing small with just one ad, but then getting so precious and so emotional over that one ad. I'm not emotionally attached to any of my ads. I'm gonna just constantly throw more of them out there, test and tweak and go from there. So that's actually the first little lesson within the lesson here. So now back to my story. We were running a new campaign, right? We currently are still in that promotion where I'm discounting one of my courses. And we have a couple of steps in this campaign process. I have a webinar that we're gonna be doing. So we have a few ads that are gonna be leading people to register for the webinar. And then we have, after the webinar, we have a sales page we're gonna drive some traffic to. We've got some remarketing ads that are gonna go back out to people who have checked out the webinar but didn't purchase. So then we're gonna follow up with them. We have retargeting ads that are going out to people who have checked out the sales page but didn't quite make a buying decision. So we're gonna send them back. We've got a bunch of different ads going on. And so you can see here, inside this account, they're obviously active now, okay, because of what I'm going to share with you in just a minute. But if you scroll down here, everything down to here is for this one campaign, one sales funnel. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 ads. Okay, some of them on Facebook and some of them on Instagram, but 18 ads. Right, I literally got in front of the camera like you're seeing right now, and we just shot a bunch in the office. Just boom, 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 we just knocked them out. 5, 6, 7 done right here at the desk. Some of them a little walking. In fact, I've got them open here. Check this out. We've got, some videos like this with a bit of copy. We wrote this copy, we put that together. Nice little headline, got that video. We've got another one in the office, okay, another headline, more copy. Okay, we've got this one here, which is a written ad with a nice image. Again, another headline. Okay, you get the idea. We put loads of these ads together. Here's a slightly longer form with an image. Okay, and we've got, another one, another one, another one, another one. You get the idea, right? Got tons of these ads. So myself on the team is a funny one, me here in Thailand, okay? This is one of the retargeting ads, following up with people who didn't take us up on the offer. Okay, and then here's one of me actually just kind of doing a little selfie, just a walk and talk on my phone. Anyway, you get the idea. We had like 18 of these ads. We're super excited about this campaign, me and the team, so we're setting them up. In fact, I've got Aaron in my office who's setting up all these Facebook ads, and we wake up the next morning, we're super excited to see the results of the campaign, and every single ad had been disapproved, right? So like imagine just getting upset about one, like every single ad got disapproved, okay? So at this point, some people would get so discouraged and just think, right, forget it, Facebook doesn't work, I'm just giving up on this thing, I'm gonna go to a different platform, I'm just gonna give up on this whole, like that's just not the way to think. The way I think is I'm going, okay, they've all been disapproved, yes, that's frustrating, right? And in fact, it was very frustrating, but I was thinking, we've just got to just find the solution and move forward. So I wanna talk you through some of the things that I did to kind of figure out what was the cause for these ads getting disapproved, and then how we fixed it to get them all active again, all right? So first port of call, when your ads get disapproved, first port of call is you need to go into your copy of your ad and the headline of your ad, and you need to see whether there's anything that you could, anything where you made some kind of extravagant claim, or you said something that was quite in your face that could be potentially perceived as a claim. So in this copy, we sometimes talked about, the fact that, so like here, for example, I've been using webinar sales funnels over the past few years to, in fact, let me zoom in so you can see this better. Okay, over the past few years, I've been using webinar sales funnels, to grow my company. Whereas before, that copy said how I've been using these simple webinar sales funnels over the past few years to generate a 7-figure income. So I'm going through the copy and I'm going, Facebook probably doesn't like me saying so obviously, 7 figures this, 6 figures that.
$1 million.
Sometimes that gets through in copy and they're fine with it. Other times not so much. And so I decided to take that out and change it to, just to grow my company, right? I'm kind of like taming the copy, okay? We're just kind of bringing it down a level, There were certain ads, I don't know which one exactly, but there were certain ads where, like here, like multiple 6-figure webinar. There's one particular ad that I was talking about the fact that we did something like $109,000 in revenue in an 8-day period with one of our webinars. And so, that copy, I was like, maybe we need to tame that down. So I was basically taming all the copy, going through with a fine-tooth comb, what could possibly be a trigger for Facebook. And by the way, if you haven't done this already, you need to do this. You need to go to Facebook and type in Facebook ad policies, right? If you haven't done this, you need to do this straight away, okay? You need to go here and you need to read all of this, okay? Most people just don't bother to do this, and it's a big problem, okay? Because there are things that Facebook are making very obvious in here that they're telling you, don't say this, don't say this in your ad, don't do this in your ad, and we're still doing it. So you've got to read through all of this and find out what they don't want you to do, all right? So anyway, I was resubmitting all of these ads, okay? I personally don't like requesting a manual review on my ads. Take that with a pinch of salt. We prefer not to do that. I think if you request a manual review, then you are having someone from Facebook actually have a look at the ad, and they may have a look at the rest of your account and find other things that they don't like. And you could get yourself in more trouble than actually getting help, right? So we don't really like manual review. We'll just make edits, make changes, and then resubmit it. So we're resubmitting these ads, right? And they're getting disapproved again. And long story short, we edited and resubmitted multiple times, and they continued to get disapproved.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
It was so frustrating. So then I'm going to the landing page, and I'm like, okay, we need to maybe do something here with the landing page. So this was actually the funnel that we had set up here. This was for the webinar registration page. And so we had 2 versions of this page set up, right? They look identical, but we changed the headline slightly. This was the headline that we were originally running with, okay? How this simple 4-page webinar funnel generated 109,000 in sales in just 8 days. This was the big hook, the big headline. Now, usually Facebook don't like you making a claim for someone else. So I couldn't say how you can generate 109,000 in sales in 8 days. There's no way I would get away with a headline like that.
No way, Jose.
Because I'm saying how you could do this. That's a claim. But what they usually don't mind is talking about a result that you've got, because they can't argue with the result that you've got. You're not saying someone else can do it. You're saying, here's what happened for me. So how this simple 4-page webinar funnel generated 109,000. So this should have got through, but I thought, let's just, again, like, I'm not going to give up on these ads. Let's just try different things. So I edited the landing page, okay? And I kept everything exactly the same. What I did is I just changed the headline and tamed it down, right? So look at this, so similar, but now it's how this simple 4-page webinar funnel generated 2,129 leads and 148 sales. So I'm not talking about these aggressive numbers, okay, which could be deemed as a claim. I'm now kind of just saying, you know, leads and sales. It feels tamer, it feels calmer, right? So then, same thing, we now resubmitted a lot of these ads, and guess what? Started getting approved. One by one, these ads started getting approved, and suddenly we realized it was the landing page the whole time, right? It was the headline on the landing page that was causing the trouble. And then they started all getting active. And again, if we go back in here and have a look, you can see these are all currently active. They're all, you know, getting a ton of reach and you know, we're generating leads and all this good stuff. And they're currently active. They're running right now. Okay. And it's just because we just, you know, we didn't cry about it. We didn't get upset about it. We didn't, you know, ditch them. We just went through and we were changing, you know, we're going to go and change the headline here on the ad. Okay, was that the problem? Resubmit it. Nope, still being disapproved. All right, it's something else. Was it the image they didn't like? Let's try a new image. Nope, still disapproved. Okay, let's change it. Going into the copy, are the things that I said in here they didn't like? Okay, nope, still disapproved. Let's try the landing page. Was it this? You know, for you it might be something else, but it's process of elimination, right? So what I'm hoping that you'll learn from this is a couple of things. Number one, like I mentioned earlier, is that you don't just rely on one ad. That's the stupidest thing ever. Like you have to put out tons of ads. You know, don't get pressures over each of them. But number two, if an ad gets disapproved, okay, there's no point crying about it and thinking that Facebook just doesn't work. Like there's a reason they disapproved it. And you'll eventually be able to figure out what it is just through process of elimination. Just a bit of patience, right? And a bit of focus. Just going through, you know, changing the copy and resubmitting it. Disapproved again? Okay, let's just try something else. And eventually the ad should get through and become active again. And now this is a campaign that is working for us, it's running, and based on our previous numbers, you know, this could well be a multiple 5-figure campaign for us, maybe even a 6-figure campaign. So it was worth pushing through and spending 2 days of frustration trying to get them across. Sometimes it might take you a week, 2 weeks, right? But ultimately, if your ads have been disapproved too, there is a way through, they will become active. You just got a process of elimination, right? So anyway, hope that was helpful for you. I just thought it'd be really cool to just share with you, you know, our experience. And just so you know that, look, even people like John Penberthy, you know, you see his ads all over the place, you just think everything's working and nothing ever goes wrong. Things always go wrong for me, right? But you just don't usually see the bad stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to share that with you here today, all right? If you found this helpful or if you found it interesting, do me a favor, hit the like button below this video, leave me a comment and hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification so you're notified of any future videos we put out. We put out videos here on YouTube a couple of times a week, so feel free to check out the channel and look at our previous videos and be notified of our upcoming ones too. And if you want to learn more about this whole ad process, we have a free online training that talks in greater detail about how to actually get not only Facebook ads submitted and approved, but actually get some pretty exceptional results when promoting your business with them. So if you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description box or in the first comment and we'll go ahead and get you registered for that training, and I think you'll really, really like it. Anyway, thanks for being here on the channel and I will see you in a future video.